So let's talk about life in general and what's been going on and where we're at and how things are happening and why I'm out on the bike today. So it's almost a long weekend here in Melbourne with Melbourne Cup Day, the race that stops the nation on Tuesday, which basically means that most people either A, have a sickie or use an RDO or a public or a annual leave day or something for the Monday and make it a 4-day weekend. Myself, I don't get to do that. We're opening the store Monday, so I'll go in Monday, won't do a lot, have Tuesday off, head back Wednesday. So basically the reason that I thought I'd commute to work today, and it's about an 85 kilometre commute one direction, so fairly decent ride, was I need just that little bit of stress relief today. We found out yesterday that my wife will become unemployed in the next week or so due to the company she works for being sold to another company who is only interested in full-time employees. My wife only works part-time because she needs to have days to look after the children. We have my oldest daughter has Down syndrome, so there are a lot of appointments and those kind of things that she needs to attend, basically at least one a week, sometimes 2 or 3. So naturally that means that it's impossible to work full time. So she was working 3 days a week. Sometimes that was 2, sometimes that was 1, sometimes that was none, just depending on where specialist appointments and therapy appointments and that sort of thing found. So yeah, we found that out a week ago, and yeah, she was basically told yesterday, well, we found out the business was sold a week ago. She was told yesterday that there will only be full-time employment offered, no part-time. And basically, yep, you're out of a job. So yeah, okay, get redundancy payout and all that sort of thing, but it's very hard to find part-time work that's very flexible, which is what she requires. So it's probably going to mean going to casual work, having to accept what's on offer, and take it from there. The other thing that's been going on is that I've had some employee issues at work, which are hopefully now sorted. I actually asked a little over a week ago, asked my bosses who are based in Perth to fly over and speak to the individual, so hopefully we've sorted that out. And of course the other thing that's been a little stressful is the passing of my mother just a little over a month ago. So it wasn't unexpected. She was well in her 80s, but it was much quicker than we thought. She had a stroke and basically we did a shutdown. So it happened to fall right when, you know, as happens, people are on holidays and sick, so I didn't really have much time to deal with it away from work. I then decided that, no, bugger it, I need some time off, so I took a couple of weeks off. We went away, I rested, I came back to work to probably 3 times the headaches of what I had before I left. So hindsight being the wonderful thing is, I almost would have been less stressed if I had stayed at work. So I woke up this morning, sun was out, it was actually a little bit late, and I thought, bugger it, if I ride the bike I can do some lane filtering, which I'll overlay now, and make up some time. So that's exactly what I did. I'm actually making up some time on the way home too, but I've never been a big never been a big commuter on the bike. I've never really had bikes that have been great commuters. You know, there've been sport bikes that just aren't comfortable to sit on for an hour, which is how long this ride is. Don't worry, I'm not going to crap on for an hour. Where this thing's quite comfortable, I quite enjoy it. It's plenty of power. I was a little worried about the rental bars being wide and not squeezing between the cars, but it just meant being sensible about the speed you're going through, you know. We actually have lane filtering laws just recently introduced here, so the cap is 30 kilometers an hour. I actually found that quite reasonable. It means that when the traffic does start to flow, you can just drop into that little gap between the cars, that little buffer, and when it slows, I actually found I didn't have to brake that often. You know, this thing's trundling along at idle in second gear at 30 k's, so you know it was pretty easy on the bike too. I'm actually probably going to get my best ever fuel economy out of this. I think I might actually crack 150 k's out of this tank, possibly even more, because I've already done 50 and it's still showing full. But so yeah, you know, it was an interesting thing. The one thing I did find is I've never realised how bad it smells. You know, when there's just all these cars just sitting there idling, you know, not moving, it absolutely reeks, you know. That was one thing I found really weird. But yeah, but no, I quite enjoyed it, and I'll do a bit more of it. This isn't the bike that you would do it on every day, though. You definitely have something that was a bit narrower. You know, manoeuvrability on this is good at speed, but yeah, you know, those little, you know, 10 centimeter wiggles to the left and right when you are doing 25 or 30 k's, it's not the easiest thing to squeeze. Plus, you know, if you did have something that was narrower, and you know, if this still had the standard bars on it, then it'd be a bit better. But realistically, you know, it's probably a hand width narrower that you would be talking. So yeah, you know, and you know, you get other mirrors that wouldn't be, you know, not bar end mirrors. But I do really think as an all-round bike, I'm really starting to like this thing. So anyway, that's what's been happening. Speaking of the bike, I've been really trying to just settle down and do a walk around of it. So how about I make a promise that the next vlog is a walk around, and actually show you what this thing looks like, and instead of just the couple of pictures I've put up here and there, but do a proper walk around and talk about it. Yeah, and that's kind of it. So speed cameras, yeah, we have a lot of fixed speed cameras here that, you know, this road, I believe off the top of my head, has 6 between work and the edge of Geelong. So the good thing is most of them are forward facing, so you're naturally on a bike, but no number plate for you, so I don't mind it. But yeah, there's what's been happening. So I'll continue. If the traffic's not too bad when I get up a bit further, I'm going to do a little tunnel run for you. So I did one last time, but I forgot to format my memory card before I took off, or format it, get the footage from the previous time on it. So it actually only went for about 20 minutes and stopped. And that was a 3.5 hour ride I went in. And I'm sure I said some magnificent things. I'm sure it would have been the best vlog ever. But unfortunately it's not on camera. So another day I'll head out that road. Nice windy road. It was a good ride, was a lovely day. And I got none of it. So bye for now, and keep watching. Thank you. Radio down. You have to do it, don't you?